content over everything.
To be kept as slaves, right? For Africans to
Yeah,
be
but again,
kept as slaves.
when the Bible speaks
Right.
about all mankind, it's not going by skin color.
All right, so
Yeah.
where does it say in the Bible that slavery is wrong?
It doesn't say that.
It's right.
It doesn't say
so
that.
God could have said that.
Yeah. But
So you're trying to tell me
Yes.
that he could have cleared these things up?
He did. He did.
But he didn't.
Yeah. But even
How
in
did he?
even in the institution of slavery, if you look at the law of Moses, there was rules. There were certain things you could not do. For example, you couldn't kill a slave. You couldn't. If you had a Sabbath, your slave had to have a Sabbath.
Right.
As well.
Okay.
So there was rules.
Okay.
There was the
But
rights.
we've established.
But compared to the slavery of say, the ancient Egyptians or the Canaanites and stuff, biblical slavery was was heaven compared to what was there before.
Okay. But that's not what we're asking about.
Yeah.
We're asking about. We agreed that
Yes.
if you keep someone as a slave,
Yes.
as long as those two criteria were met,
Yes.
right? We said there were two criteria. In fact, really, it should be one criteria in some sense. I mean, the two criteria you mentioned was not paid, and we also said, sorry, I think
They had no rights.
they didn't
have any rights whatsoever.
Okay, all right. Suppose they had
Which
some
typical slavery
rights.
didn't have.
All right. Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Suppose they have some rights.
Yeah.
They're allowed 1 day holiday a week.
Yes. Sabbath
But they're
day.
not allowed to volunteer. They're not allowed to leave their employment. Okay.
Yeah.
They're not. Suppose they're not paid, and they're not allowed to leave.
That would be wrong.
That would be wrong.
Yes.
So
Because
independent of whether they're killed.
Yes.
And it wouldn't depend on them having no rights.
Yes.
Because in this case they would have the right to a day off.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So
And
but we
obviously-
still
and-
think
and
that
you
was
still
right.
have to look after them. You still
We
have
would-
to,
we
and
would-
the concept of a worker's
All right.
worthy of
All right.
labour.
Let's suppose
Yes.
they looked after you.
Yes. And you have to be. And you have to,
But let's just suppose
Yes.
that I keep someone, I look after them,
Yes.
I give them a day off,
Yes.
I don't kill them,
Yes.
but I keep them locked up.
Yes.
They're not allowed to leave.
Yes.
Is that wrong?
Not allowed to
Leave.
But you've entered a contract with them. Your
No,
employer.
suppose I haven't entered into a contract.
Yeah.
Is it wrong? I've just by force
Yes.
kept them as a slave. But I've given them rights. I'm going to have a day off.
Yes.
I'm going to feed them. I'm going to put a roof over their head.
Yes.
I might give them other rights. They might be allowed, an hour's break a day, or who knows what rights you could give them. But if I have them locked up and they're not allowed to leave, do you think that's right or wrong?
But I'll say I'll be wrong.
Wrong.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
good.
yeah.
We agree.
Yeah,
It's wrong.
Yes.
Okay. So that form of slavery is wrong, and it's independent of whether the slave has some rights. It's independent of whether they're killed, right? What it depends on is the fact that
Yes.
they're being worked under duress. They're not allowed to leave.
Yes.
Okay. So that certainly went on.
Yes.
It's going on today, in fact. Okay.
Exactly. Even to this country as well.
It happens.
You probably see it in some streets in London.
Right.
With some
It happens.
sex trade and
Okay?
stuff. Yeah.
Right. So the question is, why didn't God say that was wrong? Because there's nothing in the Bible that says that is wrong. Right? There is law saying you shouldn't eat certain
Foods and stuff.
foods.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, in a sense, it could be.
There's law saying you
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
have a graven image. I mean, if you think about the Ten Commandments,
Yes.
there's law against a graven image.
Yes.
There's law against worshipping other gods.
Yeah. But
Right?
actually,
But there's no law against slavery.
There would be a law against slavery, actually.
Would or is?
Yeah, there is a law, actually.
Go on,
There is a law. Jesus said you can sum up the 2 commandments in 2 words. Love the Lord with all your heart, with all your soul, and love your neighbour as yourself.
Okay.
So in a sense, slavery is do good to others as you want them to do good to you. So that is a condemnation of it.
Think about it.
Yeah, there is. That is your answer.
You know what will happen? You know what they said? If you read what people say,
Yes.
you say, well, they're not my neighbour. My neighbour is... other people have...
so they're going
and they can just define... they can define neighbour as they like.
Yeah.
So God could have cleared up that what neighbour means.
Yeah, and
But
Jesus did clear what
Go on,
neighbour
how?
was. Yeah, because
How?
if you read in the, I believe it's in the Good Samaritan, that's where the question was asked, who is my neighbour? And what example did Jesus use? He used the Samaritans. Now, according to the Jews, the Samaritans were inhuman. But he said that those people, not the people that are next to you that you like, are the people that you don't like. Those are the ones that you're neighbours.
Right, but there's no definition of what neighbour is.
No, he's
just pointing to them and saying they're included in your
he's using an
neighbour.
example. It's not the people that you like. It's the people that you don't like that's your neighbour. That's why he purposely used the Samaritans.
So it's not
and
the
if you
people
knew
that you like.
And if you knew your history,
So fine, I can keep people I like as slaves.
No,
Right?
No, he's saying that your neighbour is the people that are not the ones that you like, are the people that you don't like. Those are the ones that you're
Right, so I
he
can
said do good to them and love your neighbour as yourself.
Okay, but you could say I'm doing them good,
Yeah.
right? I'm keeping them as slaves for their own
yeah,
good.
but the definition, the golden rule in Jesus is not. It's not. You see, the difference. Jesus' definition of the golden rule is positive. Do good to others, as they'll do unto you. If you look at the golden rule in other religions, it's don't do harm. It's based on the negative. But Jesus' golden rule is based on the positive. Do good. Other
but people could disagree about what's good, though, can't they?
Yeah.
So it's not clear at all.
No, from a scriptural lens, we know what good is.
No.
You wouldn't want to do something. You wouldn't. Basically, it comes down to this. I'm going to.
So you're saying it's okay for me to do something as long as I would have it done to me?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Exactly. Yes.
All right. So let's suppose.
So you wouldn't put yourself into slavery. So that's why you.
There are some people that would do that.
Yeah, but you wouldn't, like, for example.
There are people, for example, do sell themselves into slavery.
Yes.
Okay. Let's suppose you're into sadomasochistic sex.
What's that?
Some people, they're turned on by being whipped.
Yes.
That's a turn on.
Oh yes. Okay. Yeah.
So if we apply the logic, do unto others what you would have done to you, it would be okay for me to whip other people.
Not necessarily, because that's still damaging someone's body, isn't it?
No, but now, okay, so now it's not what you said. What you said, that other religions were based off do no harm.
Yeah.
But what you said was the difference with Christianity was, it was based off do unto others what you would have done to yourself.
No, I said do good to others.
Okay, but I might think,
but do good, defined by what God
slave.
says is good.
Okay,
not
but
what
I
you
might
defined.
think-
No, remember, you're.
But God doesn't define what's good.
No, God does define good. That's His nature. He is good.
Says you.
We have to disagree.
Says you.
Boy, I'm thirsty, man. But we'll probably have to end this, man. But what's your name, sir?
Phil.
Phil, Inni.
Nice to meet
Good
you.
debate, and I will definitely look at Joshua passage.
Joshua, I think it's 11:6.
Yeah, I'll check that. Yeah, it's been a while since that. It's interesting, so I've got to give you a good answer for that one. Yeah.
We have a Bible.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Content over everything. From your humanity.
Man, say it straight. Man, don't listen to BBC. Man, don't listen to.
So yes, this does contribute to the pleasure gap, but it's more significant than who is having more orgasms than who. Last year I was listening to a story by a sexual rights activist called Torres Elva. She'd recently done a tour... No, that's fine, coming close. She'd recently done a tour of schools in Iceland. After one of her talks, a young girl of 17 came up to her. She wanted some advice around why she was having painful sex and when it would start to become pleasurable. She said to Torres, "Penetration feels great, and I'm really